All right, we're live.
We're live.
Or we're not live. We're recording.
We're recording
And
live. Action.
Action. You're starting.
June. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the JUN Paul Show. All right.
June, we just left.
Yeah. Yep. So we went back to back right into the next interview.
Yep.
Now the next interview we have here is
I don't know if this is gonna be a good interview, man. There's no topic.
yeah, we had topics.
but
the timing and of things, we'll see where it goes.
where it goes. Yeah.
And
So
but this guy's very controversial.
yeah, for some reason when he joined our chat group, everybody became quiet.
Yes, there's that. But coming from, do we introduce him now or?
No, we'll just talk a little bit more. Let him sweat it out of there.
It's like, which way are these guys going?
Which way is this guy going? But we know that G and Bobby is going to his place.
Yeah. But right now, I think I was trying to catch it live, but they were actually arguing. He was arguing with their systems videographer or something that was going on, because videographer was getting kicked out.
Yeah,
but
but
this
is the June and Paul.
But the videographer is over there.
Pay per view.
You know, yeah. I think we need to charge the videographer for videographering us. This is behind the scenes.
Okay.
All right. But anyway, we would like to welcome you, a special guest that we have coming from Cincinnati, Ohio, fellow lineage brother of mine in Balintawak, and
lineage of Lapu-Lapu.
and a lineage brother of his. And what school was that?
DBTI.
Yes. Yeah. But
Makati.
yes. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. If you don't, I'm sorry.
If you don't, Google. But anyway, all right. We'd like to introduce to you Mr. Michael Malanyaon, coming way of Cincinnati, head Punong Guro, and I guess it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Head of MAKTAN Martial Arts.
Where is that?
Is
that in Cebu?
MAKTAN Filipino. Is it MAKTAN Filipino Martial Arts or MAKTAN? You know what? I guess we'll just
we'll talk to you.
We'll just bring him on the show. Welcome everybody, Michael Malanyaon. So,
Are, how are you?
you're like
You're like making us shrink. This is not what the show's supposed to be.
I mean, see what he doesn't know is it's live on Facebook.
Live on Facebook, but he doesn't know that.
That doesn't mean to know that.
There's no editing here.
The story is that Mike is always concerned about what we would come up with, because being Barkadas and stuff, we just kind of throw anything out there. There's been a few times where we actually got on a phone call and he picks up and I'm like, hey, I got Paul on the line, and Paul goes on, hey, welcome to the JUN Paul Show, you're live, and he was like, what the heck, and just kind of
everything that comes out of his mouth is like
no. But it's all it's
all
just
good. Now we have one requirement to be in this show.
I should have asked you. I was like, GM, Paul has a question for you. I would have been like, Paul has a question for you. I don't know. But Mr. Teka lang.
Mr.
MAKTAN Filipino Martial Arts or MAKTAN Martial Arts?
Yeah. How does it go?
I'm drinking.
I am too.
I've been drinking, and this is the best time to interview. Yes. So, what is it?
It's MAKTAN Filipino Martial Arts.
Yes, MAKTAN Filipino Martial Arts, because under that umbrella you represent.
I represent Grandmaster Bobby Taboada, Taboada Balintawak, Filipino Combat System, Tuhon Radio Nado, Baraw Sugbo, Arnis Diablo, Grandmaster Eduardo Sinisa.
Okay. Yes. Awesome. So you guys get out. Everything is under that umbrella. So now we go to our question. We went for a quick interview. The question is, what's your question?
Hey, he's not gonna hit me because we're on the same school. He might hit you even though
I knew him first. The question is,
are you a champion?
Are you a champion?
Am I a champion of what?
Are you a champion?
Are you a
No,
champion?
It doesn't matter what champion. Don't let us kick us out. If we get the first one, we get kicked out.
Are you a champion?
Are you a champion?
A champion.
Anything.
Anything.
It's an open question.
Question. Champion. Have you ever been a champion?
Have I ever been a champion?
Yeah.
For the record.
Yeah. Yes. That would be the JUN
Yes,
Paul record.
tell us what is for the record.
Yeah. Yes, the record is on the JUN Paul show.
On the JUN Paul
No,
show.
and this is not boasting or anything. It's just are you a champion? Are
you a champion?
You know.
I don't know how to answer that question. Actually, for a champion in competition formats, per se, I guess I am in
On
the
what?
context of full contact Filipino martial arts competitions.
Yes.
So I've held up, national rank level, back to back, and state level.
Yeah.
He's out.
A long time
Barkadas
ago.
yan!
A long time ago. A long time ago. A long time ago.
So you can stay.
Hey, you can say, man,
Man.
Barkada ko yan!
You have to show us proof.
Hey, dude, that's
I'm
awesome.
just teasing. I'm just teasing.
So
He's
Mike
the champion, so he can stay.
He thinks that
He thinks that.
our questions are setting him up for something when it's really a serious question.
Like Zach is a champion in
motorcycles event things. I don't
things.
know because
Speed.
yeah.
Because he'll die
Yeah.
if you go vroom.
But but we're
any words of advice for being a champion that
Yeah.
the people or viewers will
any
take away?
words of
I
encouragement.
know it's still early during
what,
the interview, but what is the takeaway being a Filipino? What again? What kind of champion again?
The thing
Go
is,
ahead. You gotta give us-
stop. Relax. Take a drink.
Relax.
Cheers. Cheers.
You have to relax.
Cheers.
Oh
Muna.
my
Cheers.
God.
Cheers.
I think you guys need to relax. I'm the most laid back person
No,
in this group.
but we ask you a question. You're like, what are where are they going with this?
Am I,
No.
So
So let me answer your question. First
Yeah.
off,
Yeah.
what are your advice of assuming you're a champion of anything? My advice is be humble about it. My best
Humble.
about it. Yeah, be humble about it.
What do you get if you're humble?
What do I get with my humble? It's my personal self-being.
Yeah.
It's who I am.
There you go.
There
So
you
everybody's different.
You guys very
Somebody
humble.
could be boastful about their accomplishments.
Yes.
I'm not one of them.
Yes. There you go.
There you go.
And-
so you guys who are bragging about your championship there,
Yeah. That's.
Wait.
okay, there you go.
kahit ako na, like, why is he going there? Like, I was like, oh man, nice
I'm
one.
telling you, this is actually a very cool show.
Yeah,
because
no. Let me just gonna move this back.
you gotta understand,
all right.
we came from the same school. So,
Yeah. Hey, no, we came from the same school too. Cincinnati Balintawak Club School.
Yes.
so tell us something about you, Mike.
Tell us about something about me.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like,
Introduce yourself or tell the world who you are.
Tell us
how
tell us about today's event. Let's start with that.
let's start with that.
Let's start with that. So,
today's event.
Today's event. What did you think about? How did you feel about being in Balintawak, South Florida, and experiencing one of our milestone events of having GM Bobby here for the year?
It's definitely an awesome event. Way to represent Grandmaster Bobby Taboada.
Yes.
Especially way to support my good buddy here, Guru Eliseo Jun Baraha. I did have an awesome time today. It is definitely a milestone for Grandmaster Bobby Taboada to be here in South Florida. And I know this is your second time around.
Yep.
Definitely, definitely a milestone and a significant event. Having to host him for the second time around, and with that, it solidifies your contact and for future seminars with Grandmaster Bobby. So, more success to you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Actually,
Thanks for the support for coming down.
Yeah, no, I appreciate.
I'm only supporting him.
That's what I meant.
I mean, that was an
There'll be a
awesome.
fight
No,
after
for real,
this. After this.
for real. I'm supporting,
No.
everybody. Grandmaster Taboada,
Yeah,
June,
yeah.
Mr. Antokin ako. So everybody that attended, really, blessed to see everybody here in town, especially with this time of pandemic. We're starting to get lift off and people are starting to travel. So definitely an awesome event to see and visit people whom you haven't seen for a couple years because of the fact of the pandemic plus just timing. So
No, but it was awesome that you guys were down here. I mean, when
It's a big support. I mean, it's a big.
When you had your event in Cincinnati, I was like, flew up and actually had a student that was there and tested at the event too and everything. That was actually my first one there. That was like 2012, 13, something.
2009.
Was it earlier than that?
Yeah, man.
Dang, I can't believe Dang.
Yep.
Yeah.
So how did you end up making your group now? Your MAKTAN Filipino Martial Arts. How did that come about?
So that came about in request by
This is a serious topic now.
my direct instructor, Grandmaster George Panafil, and basically it's a request that he wanted me to initiate a group and call it MAKTAN Filipino Martial Arts, and be the lead instructor of that group. And this group really entails to just promoting Filipino martial arts with no politics, and just be a good, safe, house for people who wants to train and learn, and ultimately become a good ambassador in promoting Filipino martial arts across the board. And I mean, I think people are very challenged to say it's hard to bridge one system to another without politics, but you just have to try your best not to make that happen. It's like that's the biggest challenge, right?
And navigate through that. Yeah. And how many instructors do you have now that you've been able to build up?
Instructor wise,
Yes.
So in terms of supporting Grandmaster Bobby, I promoted his system and have currently about 6 FQIs supporting
6.
Grandmaster Bobby Taboada.
Dang.
Again, these are in partnership with Guru Paul Santos, and of course with partnership with Grandmaster George Penfield before he passed away.
Full qualified instructor, which is a level 7. You have to train a student from basically all the way up to level 6, which is the completion of the art. So in order for you to level test for full qualified instructor, you have to have a completion of art.
So we're hosting Grandmaster Bobby Taboada on May 7th, May 8th of 2020.
2 days.
2 days? No. Oh, 2 days
No,
of the
2
event.
days. 2 days.
It's a 2-day event.
It's actually a 2-day, sort of a 2-day event. It's actually within 2 weeks from now. Master class would be on the 7th on a Friday evening. So any upper level
Are they like
practitioners.
Senior level.
Not that kind of
Not that kind of seniors.
upper level practitioner.
Alam ko, mga seniors here.
We're gonna end up with
Okay, 70 years old.
65. If you're retired, come on down.
Yeah. Yep. So and then Saturday on May 8th,
It's
we
open
are
for every level.
Yes, it's open for everybody in the community. More of a public event from 1:30 till 6:30 p.m. on Saturday. And I think we actually tied it into actually 3 different locations. So we're having a master class in Fairfield Taekwondo in Cincinnati, Ohio, and that location is basically owned by Master David Huffstutler, and he used to be a practitioner under Master Tom Federley. And Master Tom Federley is the person that hosted and housed GM Taboada while he lived in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yes.
So there's your lineage on that whole location and the students.
Because that's where we kind of started
Right. And without Master Tom Featherly, Jim Bobby Taboada would not have been able to live in the Cincinnati area. And just for perspective, the Fairfield Taekwondo Dojo is now being led by Guru Daniel Hutchinson and C of A or instructor AJ McGee for Grandmaster Taboada's Taboada Balintawak system over in that facility.
Are you guys gonna have testing?
Yes, we are.
Oh,
So Saturday morning, we are actually going to Dayton Balintawak, hosted by Guru Kelly Miller and CUV instructor Ed Cortez.
Oh, is that rhino killer guy? Inside joke, never mind.
Wow, Kelly.
Oh,
not
now
me.
that's established. That's for the record.
Kelly, you better be a champion soon because you know the first question.
Oh, that's awesome. So you guys are gonna have testing.
Yes.
Testing as well.
Yep. So actually, 3 different location hosted by 3 different gurus. While we hosted Grandmaster Bobby Taboada.
Dang, Cincinnati.
So not only that you guys do live events, am I right? You guys do also Zoom or an online program.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yep.
So tell us something about that.
So this year, or actually starting last year, we initiated a MAKTAN Filipino Martial Arts Kapatiran event, and basically what that is to allow instructors who does not have a dojo due to the pandemic to teach or be able to teach via Zoom online, and that basically propelled in helping instructor to continue their teaching with their students live online, and it's been happening for over a year now.
And very successful.
We have been, blessed to have instructors who are very passionate about teaching, and continuing about, promoting the system, promoting the culture, and at the same time, being able to teach to anybody who are willing to learn Filipino martial arts. And there's multiple styles and discipline that has been taught by multiple instructors in that program. And been very, very humbled to have people actually participate and enjoy the program. So,
Dang.
Very nice.
Very. And how do people find out about this programs and this information on the online deals if somebody was interested?
So you could look it up in the internet, www.maktan.online, and there's actually a full program, and you could actually look for the schedules and for Zoom classes in that same site for the platform, and navigate through it, and you'll see a lot more information, more in-depth information on who are the instructors as part of the Kapatiran.
Nice.
And then, I'm just adding this up because, it's a dear friend of ours and a fellow practitioner just passed away.
That's correct.
So we need to...
Yeah, so
go ahead.
My small homage and sympathy for fellow Guru Christopher Dino. He recently passed away. And really shocked about his sudden loss. Guru Chris has been he has so much network. He has so much energy and passion to teach Filipino martial arts, and I'm not going to even begin to list how much he has touched teaching Filipino martial arts in multiple styles. But for everybody that knows Guru Christopher Dino, you know what I'm talking about. You know what his personality is. It breaks my heart to hear him with losing him, and really sympathize and have so much condolences for his family, friends, and his students.
I actually met him 3 years ago in Luneta. He was watching KI from far away.
It was in Luneta, not in Chicago?
Not in Chicago. That's where I first met him. And I saw him watching, and right off the bat, I go, I'm not even KI. And I approach him, I go, dude, you want to come? And so I took him there, and we go, you're Sarada. And I'm like, man, we got to chat. And then not only that, he's in Chicago where my family's from. And then we connected from there. Then he's a fellow GAT practitioner.
Yeah.
Really sad. I mean,
definitly community lost.
Lost
Another
very
good
good
one.
person. Yeah.
Right. I mean, this is one of those things of there's time to take everything in, but at the same time, everybody has a different way of showing their respects to the lost brother. This is one of those moments that I think everybody should just take a moment just to honor Guru Chris for his accomplishments, and hopefully to remember him by. I know there's a lot of things going on program-wise to address some of this potential support.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely a sad time. That's yeah. I mean, I guess there's going to be more probably announcements and stuff to progress there, so people can kind of keep an eye out for plans and whatnot.
Right.
So we're gonna have a drink there. All right. So we're gonna go off here.
Mm-hmm.
I actually, talking about a modest friend, not showcasing and stuff about their championships or anything. I kind of wanted to circle back. What was the title again on that? No, I'm curious more than anything. What was the title of it? Because I didn't know where. No, what was the event? Maybe that's a better question. What was the event?
So event was the Arnold Classic, Master Division class, and
okay, the Arnold Classic.
yes,
That's
one.
That's one.
Then
Yeah.
back to back with Battle of Columbus,
Battle.
which is more of a state level. So you have both national and state.
Nice. Yeah.
Master Division also.
So that was
Why are you questioning?
yeah, no, because I didn't know where the
You don't believe him? You want to fight?
actually no, the reason I was
There's a challenge being posted.
when
but-
we were in Cincinnati. The reason I was asking because I kind of knew Mike's
Jun wants
journey.
to show off his sparring stuff.
I'm gonna do it. No, because we when we were at the same club in Cincinnati, Balintawak Club, and when sparring came on, an opportunity for a tournament, even though it was kind of like frowned
You
upon.
guys were hiding it.
We
from
were.
Jim, Bobby.
We were not hiding it. Actually, Grandmaster George.
No, we did not hide it.
Grandmaster George Penfield actually, had that was our connectivity and connection, and there was dialogue that was had.
Yep.
And Grandmaster George Penfield said, "Hey, you guys want to try it out?
Try
Have
out
at
the
it.
craft.
Go ahead and give it a try." So what do? We end up, it was.
Fighting.
Yeah, actually we did. We ended up in this guy's garage putting on gear and just going to town. So that's kind of, I knew the starts of it, but I didn't know kind of the direction that eventually evolved to. There's been a lot more events that you ended up going through.
That's right.
Years after I left Cincinnati, and it was like, later on, this guy never really kind of told me, and it was just conversation, and it was like, yeah, there's this thing, and it's like, oh yeah, I've been there, and I was like, what are you doing there? I won't go through the details of the event, and I'm like, how come you didn't tell me about this? I didn't never really ask or something, but this championship thing, I was kind of curious about where it was, but going back
still in
now,
doubt.
yeah.
We need proof.
Still in doubt. Actually,
What kind of proof are we talking about?
hey, I'm still looking for my DVD video. Yeah, we're still back in the DVD. Back when we were in the garage, 3, 4, I don't know, I think it was 4 or 5 guys that were in there. And
Is
two
that
guys.
when you were beating up the guys? That's why you want the video?
Yeah, no. Because we were on.
Wait a minute. See this training program in my garage was just an idea because we got the blessing from our instructor, Grandmaster George Penfield, bless his soul. Say, hey, if you want to try to compete, you got my blessing. At the same time, it's an agree that we could compete under the context of improving our training.
Correct.
So we got this gear and we end up going to my garage, and there's about 5 or so of us that just basically try it. And the problem with it is that we just went at it without any context without a context knowing what the rules and regulations are.
No. There was one rule that we knew. It was gear and whatnot, and it was 3 rounds. 1 minute, 2 minutes, or
1 minute round.
1 minute rounds for 3 rounds.
Yep.
And it was like, all right, that's all we know. Like, go, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it was,
No rules, no regulation, kicking, punching, elbowing, poking. It doesn't matter.
And the thing that sucked about that, it was then we get to tournament,
It's rules.
and it is
Disqualified.
Yeah. Oh, no, it was true. It's like, first of all, the guy comes in, so we're fighting away, and they're close in for a punch. So what I do? Punch him in the face. Face mask. I'm like,
You can't do that.
oh, you can't do that.
Nope.
Okay, then. All right, well,
No
punch him
points
in.
for you.
Yeah, punch him in the chest. Oh, I kind of hit the bottom of the face mask. Oh, face mask.
Yep.
It's like, what the heck? That was most frustrating thing.
Yep.
But I will say that that was a learning curve in understanding the differentiation between
Sport.
practicality and everything else in between.
I think just to build up on that, really, you have to try your craft in a setting where there is a content of complete prejudice in a system where you're competing in, where you guys have the same goal, you and your opponent. You and your opponent just want to win, and whatever it takes, whether to follow the rules or set your own rules, however you want to do it. But there's that context of competitive edge. So it's up to you as a competitor how to take that in. Do you take it in as a full, hey, I just want to win by the rule book, or do you want to take it in as a full experience? Right? Because if I take it in as a full rule book, I'll do as much as I can of a double hit strikes in the head just to gain the points, and it doesn't mean anything in real combat or real world application. But yet, you could surely go in a different venue point where now we're getting an advice. Now you're getting a context like, I don't care about the hardware or the metal. I'm gonna get in there the 5-second rule. I'm gonna hit you right in your head. If I get disqualified, so be it.
But I got
my 5 seconds. So it might cost me like $100 and some to enter the tournament, but guess what? I know for a fact that my statistics in a real combative world will be a lot higher than most people. Yeah. If I'm bring it to that level where I want to be the first one to be able to strike or be able to deliver that one shot, one kill, whatever that means.
Whatever that means to you, yeah.
Yep, what means that to you. But just to be that advantage to the full combative edge to it. So that's a different mindset. You go in the context where you have to test your craft and find out whether it works or not. I tried most of the systems I practiced and find out what are the best moves that I could utilize that works for me, whether it's Balintawak, FCS, or Baraw. Definitely, I have lost due to disqualification, but I know it works. I know for a fact it works. I don't care what the judges tells me, but I know for the fact if I get in a certain altercation out in the street, I can deliver something that will deliver a full-blown knockout or a full destruction, and I will walk away from it. It's not about this is testing my craft. This is testing my knowledge.
So what's your take now on your students in the sparring?
That's definitely a good question, because student-wise, everybody's different. You really have to really gauge your students' interest, and everybody. Sometimes some students would like to train because of the health aspect of it. Some people would like to train because of the competitive aspect of it, and some of them just want to train because of it's a context of insurance policy. They're there to learn something just to make sure if something happens, they can protect themselves and their family. Right?
Yeah.
So that's where the judgment call is as an instructor, and you find that out as you journey with each of your students. It's like, hey, what do you want to learn from training this style or this craft? So that's it's different per person.
Will you allow your students to spar without supervision?
Without supervision, very good question. I would not. I would not, because.
In the context of it's in your school and your gym, not outside, because you have no control over that. But if they're in your gym,
yes, out of supervision. Well, if I'm going to allow them to train or spar in my dojo, yes, that's already supervised.
Yeah.
But yes, without supervision I prefer not to, because there's no point in getting injured in training.
Yeah.
We're talking about longevity here. Yeah, you want to try out your craft, but if you broke your ankle, guess what? You're out for a full year or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Or you break your arm or whatever. I'd rather be in the context of, hey, let's bring your game in a safe platform first, then let's build that up.
And there's a game plan.
There's a game plan. It's just not just like the garage story. Go.
Who won? I don't know.
I think he did. He got more hits in the helmet. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah. But those were still good times.
Yes.
Now that we're kind of going through the sparring deal, but let's talk about the FMA community. What do you think about the current state of the FMA community and where it is now? Where do you see it going in the future?
In the FMA community?
Or, well, not FMA community, FMA in general.
FMA in general.
I think in the FMA general is starting to open up their doors to to have a little bit more of a voice on each of their perspectives on how to move forward.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to be different. I'm going to be different, and I'm going to stay away from the politics of it.
I think we all walk on eggshells trying to navigate through that. Yeah.
So I mean, I just like to teach. I like to train. Anything that there's related politics in it, it just it's a downer. I mean, I don't teach martial arts for a living. It's my passion, right? It's not like I have to teach so I could survive and provide for myself and my family or any of that stuff. I do it because I love doing it. Yeah. I like to teach, and I like to see the progression and the journey with my students. As a good ambassador, and keep promoting in the positive side that there's more than multiple FMA styles out there. The question really is that how do you keep promoting all of them in a good light and good aspects, but at the same time there's this politics side that comes in and pulls you down. Then how
can you progress?
Yeah, how do you that's not progression to me, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. So that's just me. Again, everybody's different. So I always tell my students, like, if you want to learn more about this, I'll direct you to the right instructors as much as I can. If I can't, I'll ask around.
That's very nice for an instructor to even most instructors go, no, this is the good one. You stay here.
Again, I'm being humble, and that's just nature, right?
No, that's correct though. I mean, I think that's one reason why.
It's another thing also of security. I mean, right? If you're an awesome instructor and you're insecure about losing your students, then you have a problem.
Why are you losing your students?
Yeah, I think there is one reason why the three of us are friends, because we have the same mentality. Even though we're joking around, we have the same.
Actually, joking around. We're going a little bit serious. So I was like, for some guys that's been drinking, pretty much all night, it's like. I was like, hold on. It's like,
Angel Sandy.
All right. So let's talk about your program. MAKTAN. I mean, we got the online thing for people that are looking to visit or your instructors physically, locations. How do they go about finding the schools?
So let's start off with MAKTAN Filipino Martial Arts. So that's the headquarters in Cincinnati, Ohio, right? Mm-hmm. So online, it's available. You could search it out. It's out in public. It has its own curriculum program and different aspects of the Filipino martial arts. There's no defined style or system. It's just called as is. Whether it's doble baston, whether it's stick grappling, whether it's dumog or grappling itself, or pinanjakman or mano-mano. It's a introduction to Filipino martial arts. It's a ambassadorship. Yeah. It generates a content for people to learn Filipino martial arts, and it generates an query to practitioner to seek out specialization in those Filipino martial arts styles if they're interested in it. So it's available out there. It's online. It's www.maktan.online. And reach out to me. I have, I'm available to be reached out in my email or any social media.
And to be honest with you, our group actually, he helped out a lot when our group wanted to come out and have a platform. He offered that to our. He also did help out GM or Maestro Maranga.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
This opportunity. I mean, he's actually open for everyone. I mean, we're talking about.
You hosted quite a few range of FMA grandmasters that are out there.
Grandmaster Rene Constant, Grandmaster Eduardo Siniz, platform for online. 200 Ray Donaldo. Of course, at one point in time, we were, of course, we utilized our platform to have and support Grandmaster Bobby Taboada during his online event.
Correct.
So I mean, without our platform, it would be harder just to make that happen. So it's a bit of a different when that had happened with Grandmaster Taboada, because everybody had to attend online, and I just have a different a viewpoint in it. I just mentioned to my crew, it's like we're gonna have his event online in my dojo, and everybody could attend, so all of us could train at the same time. So it's more of a group training program rather than a Zoom online one-on-one training program. So
and it's actually a big help. I mean, and honestly, we had a problem with trying to get a platform for Maestro Maranga, and you offer that platform.
absolutely, yeah.
So going back to instructorship, this is kind of a interesting thing. When you have a new student come in, you know, I want.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing? What are you doing here? What do you want?
What do you want? Get the heck out. Are you a champion?
Are you? So when you have a new student come in, do you do an assessment and figure out, hey, you know, is it the right fit? How does that work?
You have a credit card?
Yeah, but
you pay online.
Visa, MasterCard, or Discover. Which one?
PayPal.
Is there a
Don't forget cryptocurrency. I accept that too.
Dogecoin. Now that we're gonna now it's gonna spike up like nowhere.
It will give us more sponsors that we have.
Yeah, please give us Dogecoin. Right.
No, but I mean, when new students come in, because I think sometimes it's like they think, hey, it's a Philippine martial arts school or it's a martial arts school. Then they come in, I pay my thing, and I expect to learn something. Is there a vetting out? But really, there is a vetting out or considerations. Do you have those parameters in place when you have new people come in?
Yeah, I'm like any other instructor. You kind of have to screen your students, right? Well, you have to understand and probably get to understand their level of thinking and mindset. You have to gauge what they're really getting into. Is it a context of training, or is it just for a self-preservation, or is it something else? These are
the opponent.
Yeah.
Destroy.
So, I mean, those are inherent to most instructors, and surely you don't want to get a student who's a wolf hiding in sheep's clothing, because surely you have to
What
learn.
was that?
Yeah.
A wolf
Wolf? What?
hiding in sheep's clothing.
Damn.
It's deep. Yeah.
Tagalogin mo na.
Teka, mayroon ba tayong wolf? Mayroon ba?
Oh.
Ano
Philippine
Philippine word for wolf?
The Philippine wolf. Kind of like we have a Philippine eagle, we have a Philippine wolf.
Yeah,
whatever that is. I don't know what that is.
Philippine wolf.
But anyway,
I mean, it's a judgment call, right, for instructors trying to understand their students. And do I have a certain way of trying to understand who they are? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have to try to understand their physical attributes. If they could, be able to handle, multiple weapons, one weapon. Try to understand their, limitations in their capacity as a practitioner. Some practitioners will not be able to do a dumog move in the ground or a grappling move in the ground. So, because of age, maybe it's just a limitation in their physical bodies and all that stuff. So you really have to cater. If they're
Not
really
enough credit.
not enough credit. The max out there
You get
credit
to
card
Your visa
expired.
you have crypto, accept crypto.
Oh man.
So I mean, those are the key elements. But one thing that struck to my mind is that understanding your students and what their limitations are is a key. And if they really are engaged in learning Filipino martial arts, there's always a way to cater Filipino martial arts with the practitioners who have limitations. You can't just push a person away if they have a limitation, whether they're of their physical, like if they have a bad knee or something like that. Surely you could work with other programs, so, in such a way that Filipino martial arts is very versatile art, right? You have all those systems available.
Yeah. So
by the way, and also you don't only do teaching here, you also do volunteer work when you go back home in the Philippines. So talk about that a little bit, because I know you did volunteer before when you went to the Philippines to that school in
Calabanga.
Yeah. So talk about that, because I know I got invited, but I wasn't given the address.
You should come. You should come. I'll send you the address.
For a second. I gave you the address for Manila. You know what his response is? Let's go to bar. Let's just go out to the bar.
No, seriously. No, but he does volunteer.
Seriously, he did ask to go to the bar.
So let's talk about your volunteer that you do in.
So, one of the biggest things that I would like to push for in terms of the MAKTAN Filipino Martial Arts is the philanthropy effort of it. The philanthropy effort is actually a wide scale. One, surely promote the Filipino martial arts into the schools in the provinces for people who can't afford to learn because they just do not have the money for it. Give the introduction program on what FMA is all about, because it's about the culture, it's about it's about the aspects of giving them a chance to see what Filipino martial arts as Filipinos. It's also a big a challenge because most Filipinos don't even know that there's Filipino martial arts out there. It just barely, it just started, in the last decade that's getting popularized. But growing up, it's secretive. You either know somebody who knows Filipino martial arts in your family.
Or you're in a family, yeah.
Yep.
Those are it. And or you happen to have a Filipino martial arts program in the school where they introduce modern Arnis, which is fantastic. But for people who don't have that privilege and money to have been taught martial arts, like in the province,
they don't even know.
It's heartbreaking to hear people who travel from the Philippines to the U.S. and you have Filipinos working here like, hey, I teach Filipino martial arts. Like, what's that? You said, I just know it as Arnis. Well, do you know it's also Eskrima or a Kali? And it's to me it's sometimes a shock to hear that. And I hope,
by the way, folks, we're not going to debate about Kali and Arnis.
of course, we're not. Don't get me started.
I totally just blew over that. Yeah. And then you're like, by the way, and I'm like, well, I guess we're backing up now.
So that's one point.
Talk about Kali and Arnis.
So again,
what are the other politics?
To bring it back to the group here. So MAKTAN Philippine Martial Arts, the philanthropic effort of it is to support and be a good ambassadors for Filipinos themselves. And this another point of it is that the instructors. These are one of those biggest things that it's really dear to me, is because most Filipino martial arts instructors in the Philippines, that's their job. That's what they do, and sometimes to me, I see it as a challenge for people who are going there to the Philippines and just get this grandmaster instructors getting taken advantage of.
Correct.
Monetary, financially. So to me, it's like, hey, maybe I could help some of the instructors out there, not all of them, but some. At least it's a point of being philanthropic and trying to help instructors and grandmasters that are not popularly known, but at the same time who are awesome at their craft and hopefully continue teaching those arts. So that's one part of the philanthropic effort. And another one is, of course, here while we're teaching here in the United States, portions of it are fundraisers, helping out the medical expenses for some GMs that really needs them. Definitely MAKTAN Philippine Martial Arts involved in that category.
Yeah, well, you guys did help the late GM Hirosa on a medical bill.
Yep.
They did end up giving the money for oxygen and whatnot. So they do. I mean, most of the online thing that I actually saw that you guys did last year are all helping people, GMs in the Philippines, and that is awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And and that's just what it is. And this is just me, and this is how I envision to help out the community, the system itself, the culture, and of course helping out the children in the Philippines as much as I mean,
the one that I got invited that I didn't get the address.
Ended up at the bar.
He ended up in the bar, and I did the teaching, waiting for him to show up. Where you at, man? But yeah,
Yeah.
those are some things because I mean,
But is it? I mean, the feeling of seeing these kids though learning and showing interest is a payoff itself. I mean, it is awesome. am I right?
It is. I mean, I think that's the thing, is the philanthropic and helping, another human being. Growing up in the Philippines, and people probably have the same, visualization as I do. It's really heartbreaking to see kids suffer. Now being, a parent of my, as myself with kids. Surely I don't want to see my kids struggle the same way of how I've seen kids struggle in the Philippines. And these are small efforts, small steps to help out the kids out in the Philippines. So,
So if ever this pandemic, it's over or goes away, then we can push and help
And go out
get this thing
and go to the bar.
go to the bar. Get some drinks going.
All right, Mike.
Okay,
We'll see you there.
See you there.
Don't send us the address. But going back to kind of like the scene.
He's going back to being serious. That's what he's doing.
Wait. All right, I'll let you take off. You're like, no.
But the key on this show right now, if you guys are noticing, is from the start, he just said he's being humble. See, instructors out there, the takeaway today was
Humbleness.
being humble.
Humbleness.
Because positive, you throw a positive out there, you get a chinelas.
You throw anything out there, watch out, because something's being thrown back.
He's gonna come back with a chinelas with a positive side.
Parang iya ka, pa-positive ka.
I want the negative one.
I want the negative one. Backyard.
Oh man.
So anything else that you want to talk about?
Is there anything else you want to share that's maybe we
that's important to FMA, to you?
I think everybody's doing their job to promoting Filipino martial arts. I think everybody should be in the light of being good ambassadors for Filipino martial arts. There's so many of us promoting it, and hopefully we're all promoting in the positive light rather than in the negative side.
Boss Konyan yan.
pasaling pusa ka dyan, eh?
But so I mean that's just us, just being in my perspective. That's all. I mean, so
All right. Well,
All right.
That's good. Well, that's
That is,
you know,
are you
from
against her?
who did we have?
Who did we have?
Yeah, I mean, that from considering that we started off, he was like, how are these guys setting me up? I was like, finally we get, the
We
conversation.
finally get him, and he didn't use a lot of the can't say that.
Yeah.
But we have it in recording if you guys want to listen to it.
Yeah. But, shoot, we didn't do it in the beginning.
Yeah.
Now, thank you all for watching, but don't forget to subscribe, like, share, whatever.
The
Well,
most
you know what?
important thing
Actually,
is
the most subscribe. Yeah. You know
subscribe.
what? You know what? Like, whatever. Subscribe. Subscribe. Subscribe.
thumbs up.
Yeah, no, sorry. Actually, yeah. I just happened because I was like saying something like, subscribe to JUN Paul Show. Do you have a YouTube?
yes, I do.
Oh, subscribe to.
MAKTAN.com.
That's your website. Where's the YouTube?
YouTube is MAKTAN Filipino Martial
Yeah, MAKTAN
June,
Filipino
what do you
Martial Arts.
have?
I got Balintawak, South Florida on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook.
If you notice, it's only one now.
Yeah. It's like,
Somebody yelled at him, you better fix that.
Balintawak, South Florida. And what's yours?
Pretty easy.
Yeah.
Apoy Tactical Resolution.
Yeah, good luck. Is that a poi with a P or an F?
Apoy.
Well, it depends on how you pronounce it. But,
Antukin ako.
and Antukin ako. All right, everybody. I appreciate y'all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.
That's June.
And we Paul.
And Mike.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, everybody. Y'all have a good one, and we better turn this up so that we can go
So we
continue
can go
drinking.
drinking.